Alright, Paisano. Or sorry, hold on. Let me start that again. Hey, Paisanos! It's time for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show! Anyway, welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey. In this video, we are going to continue on through the Wooded Kingdom, which, as I have said, not my favorite kingdom. But there's some cool little moons in this one that we'll be getting. This one was kind of weird, honestly. The Goomba, like, stack that you have to make. Very weird. I figured you'd have to keep them with you, but no, you just basically use them for that one thing and then they die, you know? As the song goes, life's a bitch and then you die. So, those Goombas really proved that true. This one can get kind of hairy if you're not fast enough because, you know, if you're picking up those purple coins or if you're coming over here and you don't get it quite in the right, you know, if you're not fast enough, the path that you were supposed to be taking will just disappear. Although thankfully it does come back, so we won't have to wait too terribly long. And I remember what I was talking about here the first time when I was actually recording live audio. Which, by the way, this will be the last one with post-commentary, hopefully. But yeah, I was talking about... Remember when I was playing Sonic Unleashed? And I said that I was more excited for Sonic Forces than Super Mario Odyssey? That was a mistake. That was a big mistake that I said that. I regret that. I wish that I had never said that. And I wish I could retroactively go back and re-edit that video so that that quote is not in there. But whatever. I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, if I was running for president, that quote would end my campaign. That would be my grab him by the pussy moment. Although, he still got elected after that came out, so maybe I still have a chance. Yeah, you know what? Trump actually, that's the first good thing he did, was he set the bar so low that me saying that might actually not be such a bad thing for my campaign. Because, you know, I'm definitely going to run for office. Also, watch this. This moment's really strange. I don't quite know what happened here. You're supposed to wall jump on that and then wall jump on that, but I went through the wall? I don't quite, you know, I don't quite understand what just occurred there. So yeah, still playing Resident Evil 2. That is a very good game, but I was talking to my friend like a little bit before that game came out, and I was saying I feel like they didn't ever need to really remake Resident Evil 2 because they got it right the first time. You know, like Resident Evil 2 is still a damn fine game, the original. I would have rathered them go for Resident Evil 3 right off the bat. Because that's the one where I'd say, like, there was a lot of good stuff in that game, but they kind of botched the execution, I would say. Because Resident Evil 3 is just kind of strange. I'd say it's the black sheep in the family. A lot of people seem to think that Code Veronica is, but I like Code Veronica much more than I like 3. But I would love to see a remake of 3. And I was saying the same thing with... Sega just recently said that they'd be open to remaking Sonic Adventure, which Sonic Adventure is still my favorite Sonic game. I love that game to death. I know a lot of people think that it hasn't quite aged that great. I don't agree. I think it's still pretty fun, but I understand for people who have never played it before, playing it for the first time now, yeah, it hasn't aged very good. So, I could see where they're coming from wanting to remake it, but I'd rather them take a shot at a game that I really think needs a remaking. Like Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes is a really cool game in concept, but the execution is bad, because you have to play through that game 4 different times in order to unlock the, like, real ending, which is dumb. And bad. It's both dumb and bad. You know, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, I think you could do with not touching either of those games. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if Sonic Adventure gets remade, I'd be up for it completely. But I think we're going to get to a point where we're just remaking too many games. But, you know, the remakes that have been announced, I've been excited for. You know, obviously Resident Evil 2 just came out. They haven't 100% said anything about it yet, but they are looking for, or there have been some, I don't know, leaks, or someone working on the project has said that Resident Evil 3 is in development. I don't know exactly if I believe that. It'd be cool. I assume they could use a lot of assets from Resident Evil 2, so it wouldn't be the hardest thing to do. But, yeah, the remake that I'm most excited for is, obviously, now that Resident Evil 2 has come out, Final Fantasy VII. You know, a game that is never going to come out. The Final Fantasy VII remake is never going to come out. We saw one trailer from it, I think one bit of gameplay, where you saw Cloud, and then I think that's it. That's all we've seen, and it's been like 5 years. Because at least Kingdom Hearts 3, we kept seeing new stuff from it every, like, year or so. The only thing we've seen or heard from Final Fantasy VII Remake is that, oh yeah, we just had to, like, start over. We fired the original team that we had working on it, and now we're just starting over. So, I don't know exactly what's going on with that game, but I would have to assume that it's nothing good. Like, how hard is it? I mean, I've never made a video game before, so that would sound really stupid, but how hard is it to remake Final Fantasy VII? You've already got, you know, the blueprint of that game in there. You know what the story is, you know what basic areas you're gonna go to. I don't understand how it's taken this long. And they said it was gonna be episodic, so that they don't have to wait so long for the full game, so that you at least get pieces of it. And that is even more moronic, in my opinion. I don't know. I just feel like they put that in place so that we don't have to wait, but we're still waiting a very long time. And I bet the next time we hear about it, the episodic thing is going to not be mentioned. Like, that just won't be true anymore. And I don't even know how an episodic RPG like that would work. But, you know, there's a bunch of goofy stuff in Final Fantasy VII that I really hope that they put in it. You know, I hope that they don't get a little scared of putting stuff in, because, you know, the culture is different. It's very different now. So maybe some of the stuff couldn't be put in. But I want to see cross-dressing Cloud, because it's hilarious. I want to see Cloud in the wheelchair. That's hilarious. I want to see him getting into the bathtub with, like, 7 other guys. That's hilarious. So yeah, I hope that they don't shy away from doing that stuff. Because it's kind of like the Yakuza games, where the story itself is really, like, really solid, really serious, but then there's all this side stuff that's like... So Kiryu is voice acting in a gay pornography video game. Okay. So Cloud goes into a hot tub with, like, 10 other muscle-bound dudes. Okay. You know, you can have your little goofy moments. I don't think we should be scared of having goofy moments in our serious video games. And that is my lecture for the day. So this is the boss that I was talking about in the last video, where, like, this one's really fun. Spewart is just kind of a boss. You know, he's one of the brutals. He's not my favorite. But, this boss is a lot of fun, because we get to use one of my favorite captures in the game, and it's just a cool boss overall. So yeah, we get to use these guys to just bust them up, and it's great. I love his little eyes. And can we say that this is just the sassiest Mario boss of all time? I really can't think of a Mario boss that is sassier than this gentleman. Or this madame. I don't know if it's a... I mean, it's a robot, so it's probably genderless. Yeah, this is just... It's a cool concept for a boss. It's really not that hard, although it tries to get new... You know, it has new defenses in it, but it's just a fun boss. I think Knucklotech is a little bit better, just because they took a classic boss, the, you know, giant head, giant arms thing, and they flipped it on its head. No pun intended. But this one's completely unique. I guess if we're talking... like some of the Mario RPG games, there's probably some pretty sassy bosses in that, but this guy's pretty gosh darn sassy.
Listen, okay? Underneath the Steam Gardens, they got a giant UFO, alright? I saw it. Basically, space aliens.
Like, are those its eyes? This is another thing that I like to touch on. Is this thing sentient? Is this creatures in a UFO, like, piloting it? Or is this thing a sentient UFO? Like, I don't get it. Sometimes they make things sentient in these games that don't make sense to be sentient. Like the power moons and stuff, they have eyes. Are they sentient? There's like, in the classic games, there's clouds that have faces, hills that have faces. The hills literally have eyes. So I don't know what is going on in this fucked up world that Mario and the gang live in. I really don't. So now the Steam Garden, or not the Steam Garden, now the Wooded Kingdom is basically back to normal. All these guys are very excited. The tanks will be gone from the areas where they were before. It's no longer overcast. It's now bright and sunny. Even though, to be fair, I liked the bright, not the bright and sunny, the overcast look of this kingdom a little bit better. And, you know what? I don't think I need that guy. I'm just going to walk across here. I think you're supposed to use those guys for a little bit more precision, because Mario's kind of a little, like... He's too good, he controls too good. Those other guys control more tank-like. So, that is why that guy is there. But you could still just ignore them completely. You really don't need to do anything about it. This is fun. I feel like you might also be required to use those guys here, but... no, probably not, because I don't know how you would do some of this. You would need to do, like, backflips and stuff. I always like challenges like this, where the blocks are falling and you gotta collect stuff on it. That just always has been real neat to me. I'm very glad that this video is not as long as the previous one, because I don't know how much longer I can ramble for. I'd much rather be playing the game live, you know what I'm saying? That last part where I long jumped off of that is basically what I try and do at every single moment in this game. If I feel like I can long jump to something, I'm going to try my damnedest to long jump to it. And in the Metro Kingdom, I don't know if there's another way that you're supposed to do it, but I long jump to this one, like, far-off area every time. And I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. This happens a couple times in this kingdom. I don't remember if it happens in any others. But sometimes there will be a moon inside of a rock that you have to kick around. Eventually you'll get it out of there. It sometimes takes way longer than it really should. So we're gonna just buy the rest of the stuff that we can right now because we've got, you know, enough purple coins. Grab some stickers, some costumes, and then I think we'll go change into them. Or my original thought was to go change into them. So right now I'm heading to the Odyssey to change into them, but I'm actually not going to. So I'll see you in the next video where it'll actually be back to live commentary. Bye.